Have you ever wondered what would happen if all the trees on Earth were destroyed? Trees, the silent sentinels that have stood by our side throughout history, are more than just a part of our landscape. They are the lifeblood of our planet, providing oxygen, absorbing carbon dioxide, and supporting biodiversity. But what if they were to disappear entirely? What would become of our world then? The consequences may be more severe than we can imagine. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this critical issue. Trees, these silent guardians of our planet, play a pivotal role in our ecosystem. They are not just the green leafy giants that we see dotting our landscapes, but they are the lifeblood of our world, performing functions that are essential for life to thrive. Let's delve into some of these functions. Firstly, trees are the planet's lungs. Through a process called photosynthesis, trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. This process not only purifies the air we breathe but also helps combat climate change by reducing the amount of carbon dioxide, a major greenhouse gas, in the atmosphere. But the role of trees extends beyond air quality. They are also nature's own water filters. Through a process called transpiration, trees absorb rainwater and release it back into the atmosphere as moisture. This not only aids in the water cycle but also prevents flooding and soil erosion, helping maintain the health of our lands. And let's not forget about the wildlife. Trees provide shelter to a multitude of species, from the smallest insects to the largest mammals. They offer a home to birds to nest, to squirrels to forage, and to countless other species to thrive. The fruit, leaves, bark, and roots of trees also serve as a food source for various creatures. In this way, trees are the bustling cities of the natural world, teeming with life and activity. Lastly, trees play a critical role in soil conservation. Their roots hold the soil together, preventing erosion. They also enrich the soil with nutrients when their leaves fall and decompose, fostering a fertile ground for other plant life to flourish. In essence, trees are the pillars that hold our ecosystem together. Their functions are intertwined with almost every aspect of our environment, from the air we breathe, the water we drink, to the soil we walk on, and the wildlife we admire. Without trees, the balance of our ecosystem would be severely disrupted. So, what happens when we lose these silent guardians? When we consider the consequences of tree loss, it's akin to removing the foundation of a house and expecting it to stand firm. The first ripple effect we would witness is the disruption of the carbon cycle. Trees are natural sponges, soaking up carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. They store this carbon in their trunk, branches, leaves, and roots, acting as a carbon sink. In the absence of trees, this carbon would return to the atmosphere, exacerbating global warming and climate change. But the impact goes beyond the carbon cycle. The loss of trees also leads to a significant loss of biodiversity. Forests are more than just trees. They are intricate ecosystems housing up to 80% of the world's terrestrial biodiversity. This includes a myriad of plants, insects, birds, and mammals. Without trees, these species lose their homes, their food sources, and their protection from predators. This cascading effect can lead to a drastic reduction in biodiversity, and in some cases, extinction of species. Then there's the matter of soil erosion and desertification. Roots of trees act like anchors, holding the soil together and preventing it from being washed away by rain or blown away by wind. They also help in maintaining soil fertility by recycling nutrients through the falling of leaves. Without trees, the soil becomes loose and barren, leading to increased erosion and eventually turning fertile land into deserts. And with the loss of fertile soil, we also lose the capacity to grow crops, threatening food security. This brings us to the fourth consequence of tree loss: the impact on human livelihoods. Around 1.5 billion people, particularly in developing countries, depend directly on forests for their survival. They rely on forests for food, firewood, medicine, and shelter. Additionally, forests also play a significant role in the economies of many countries, providing jobs and resources. The loss of trees, therefore, has a direct and profound impact on these people and economies. However, the consequences of tree loss aren't confined to the areas where trees are cut down. The effects ripple out, affecting the global climate, biodiversity, and economy. The loss of trees can disrupt rainfall patterns, leading to droughts in some areas and floods in others. It can also lead to a rise in global temperatures, affecting agriculture worldwide. So, the consequences of tree loss are far-reaching and severe. They affect every corner of the globe and every form of life. They disrupt the delicate balance of our planet, threatening not just the environment, but also the survival of countless species, including humans. The loss of trees is not just an environmental crisis, it's a crisis for all life on Earth. The repercussions of tree loss extend far beyond our local environments. The moment we begin to comprehend the global impact of deforestation, we step into a world of staggering proportions. This is a world where the actions in one corner of the globe can significantly alter the balance of life thousands of miles away. Deforestation is not just a local issue, it's a global crisis. It contributes significantly to global warming, a phenomenon that affects every living organism on this planet. Trees act as carbon sinks, absorbing the carbon dioxide we produce. When we cut down trees, we not only lose these carbon sinks, but we also release stored carbon back into the atmosphere. This double-edged sword accelerates the rate of global warming, leading to unpredictable and extreme weather patterns, melting ice caps, and rising sea levels. Climate change is not a future problem, it's happening right now. We are already witnessing its devastating effects in the form of more frequent and severe heat waves, droughts, floods, and storms. These climatic changes can lead to food and water shortages, threatening human health and survival. Our planet's biodiversity is another casualty of deforestation. Forests are home to more than half of the world's terrestrial species. When these forests disappear, many species are pushed to extinction, disrupting ecosystems and the intricate web of life they support. The loss of forests also impacts the world's water cycle. Trees play a vital role in this cycle by helping to regulate the movement of water in the atmosphere. When we remove them, we disrupt this cycle, leading to changes in precipitation patterns, increased desertification, and decreased freshwater availability. The irreversible damage caused by deforestation is not just a bleak scenario, it's a reality we are inching closer to with every tree we fell. The global impact of deforestation is a stark reminder that we are all interconnected. It underscores the urgency of taking collective action to protect our forests and ultimately, our planet's future. The global impact of deforestation is a stark reminder that we are all interconnected. The destruction of trees is a problem of our own making, but it's also a problem we can solve. Now, we've talked about the vital role of trees in our ecosystem. We've looked at the catastrophic consequences of their loss and the global impact of deforestation. Now let's turn our attention to the solutions. Let's talk about how each of us can play a part in saving our trees and, in turn, our planet. Forest conservation is not just a concept. It's a call to action, a plea for sustainable practices, and a path to a healthier planet. It's about ensuring that the trees we have are protected, and that more are planted. It's about supporting reforestation efforts, whether it's by donating to organizations that plant trees, volunteering in local planting initiatives, or even planting a tree in your own backyard. But it doesn't stop there. We need to reduce our paper consumption. We live in a digital age, so let's make the most of it. Think twice before you print. Opt for e-receipts and digital subscriptions. And when you do need to use paper, make sure it's recycled or sourced from sustainable forests. And finally, it's about making sustainable choices in our everyday lives. Choose products from companies that respect the environment. Look for the Forest Stewardship Council label on wood and paper products. Vote with your wallet and support businesses that prioritize sustainability. Every tree saved makes a difference. Let's make those differences together. In our journey today, we've explored the critical role trees play in our ecosystem and the dire consequences of their loss. We've seen how trees are the lifeblood of our planet, providing oxygen, absorbing carbon dioxide, and offering habitats for countless species. We've also delved into the chilling effects of tree loss and deforestation, from soil erosion and flooding to the loss of biodiversity and the exacerbation of climate change. This global impact of deforestation is not the end of the story. We've also confronted the reality that our actions play a significant role in this narrative. Each one of us can contribute to the preservation and restoration of our forests. Whether it's reducing paper usage, planting trees, or supporting organizations that protect forests, each action makes a difference. Remember, the fate of our trees, and ultimately our planet, lies in our hands. Let's make the choices that count.